Elon Musk said he just didn't know.
I mean, it's really come as quite a shock to me that there's this level of really hatred and violence from the left. I always thought the left, or Democrats, were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring, and yet they're burning down cars, they're firebombing dealerships, they're firing bullets into the dealerships, they're just smashing up Teslas. Tesla is a peaceful company. We've never done anything harmful. I've never done anything harmful. I've only done productive things. So I think we just have a deranged. There's some kind of mental illness thing going on here, because this doesn't make any sense.
They are who you say they are, as long as you agree with them. Soon as you disagree with them, then the manifestation happens. You have to be totally sold out. You cannot be bipartisan. Even if it doesn't make sense, you got to agree. It's like a blood oath. So, well, we could have told you, Elon. We could have told you. They have never been a party of peace and love and kumbaya. They're actually the party of the 3Ks. And if they have ever did anything for anyone, they always have an ulterior motive.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to my channel. Life has a funny way of humbling even the most powerful. One moment you're on top of the world, preaching about how empathy is for the weak, and the next you're out here begging for it. And that's exactly where Elon Musk finds himself right now. Yes, Elon Musk is asking Democrats for forgiveness and pleading with them to stop destroying Tesla because this backlash is hitting him hard. But the internet, they were not about to let this slide. So today we are going to break it all down. What exactly Elon said, why people are dragging him, and how Tesla is bleeding money because of it. And trust me, this is one of those stories that just keeps getting wilder. And before we get into it, if you love keeping up with real trending stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's totally free, and I promise you'll always be up to date on what's going on. Alright, let's get into it.
So, Apartheid Clyde, the guy who said with his whole malformed chest that empathy was a weakness that needed to be rooted out, is now wanting people to empathize with him because his businesses are losing money. And I said in an earlier video that the people he riled up were never the people that were buying his cars. Never. The poorly educated, the maggots, interchangeable, they were never the people that were buying Teslas. Never. That orange dude campaigned on getting rid of electric vehicles because they don't believe in the science. They don't believe in global warming. They don't believe in climate change. Remember, drill, baby, drill. We need all the gas. These people were so riled up about gas stoves, for God's sake. But now we are all supposed to find the empathy that he told us we were weaklings for having for him because his poor cars aren't selling. And even the fact that his orange daddy, I don't know, that was just weird, said that anybody who vandalizes a Tesla will be considered a domestic terrorist. That ain't stopped the vandalization. And it hasn't helped any.
So let's start with the fact that Elon Musk sat down for an interview where he made a surprising statement. He asked Democrats for empathy. The same man who once said that empathy is for the weak is now publicly begging for it. Well, Musk acknowledged that a growing number of former Tesla supporters, many of whom are left-leaning, have turned against him. He also admitted that people were actively boycotting Tesla and vandalizing his cars and spreading negative press, and it is hurting his company. He definitely brought this upon himself.
So the crash out of Musk continues. He does a Fox News interview because now people are firebombing Cybertrucks at Tesla dealerships. They're shooting in the windows, according to him. He says, what the heck? The leftists and the Democrats, because he's equating them, they're the same thing. They're supposed to be the party of peace and kindness and empathy. He's the dude that said empathy is like the downfall of our civilization. He goes on to say Tesla's a peaceful company. He says, I've never done anything terrible. I've only done productive things. Wow. So I remember in 2018 when those children were stuck in that cave. And he says, hey, I have this idiotic submarine that'll definitely help you. And the cave divers were like, dude, that's not going to help. And he calls him a pedo guy. I knew then that there was something wrong mentally with him. But now that he's seeing the Tesla share prices fall, he's seeing people target his cars in dealerships, he's frantic. How do I get people to stop? And then at the end of the interview, he says, who's behind this? Who's funding it? Who's organizing it? And I have already heard people in that political spectrum think, oh, George Soros must be funding it. And seriously though, the guy says he's never done anything terrible. How many people have now lost their jobs in the federal bureaucracy because of him? Actual patriots doing things we need done. How many veterans lost their jobs at the Veterans Affairs? And in addition to all this stuff happening, they just stopped all deliveries of Cybertrucks because the paneling has been coming off, making it a safety issue. Because if you're driving and that thing flies off on the road, hits another driver, just another example of how productive Tesla is. And by the way, the reason Tesla even succeeded to begin with is because they got like $10 billion of grants, federal tax credits, and other help from the government.
So here's the reality. He's going on TV. He's whining. He's showing so much weakness. And if it was his personal life, that's fine. But right now what we're seeing is he's showing weakness in business. And businesses hate weakness. They hate uncertainty, they hate weakness, they want a strong leader. And right now, Elon Musk has completely destroyed that for himself. So he can't remain CEO of Tesla. I don't think Tesla can come back from this. I don't think they can remove Elon and his influence and become a good company again. I think their brand's been ruined because he used the White House to basically protect Tesla. So Tesla became a conformist brand instead of a rebel brand. And people like a rebel. They like an underdog. They don't like the fact that the government is protecting Tesla because that just shows that instead of wanting to compete and be capitalist, it's going to be no, we're going to protect Tesla. We're going to force Tesla on the people. And that just completely ruins any sort of branding that Tesla could have. So Tesla as a company is completely done. And Elon is just making it worse by going on TV and crying, because it's showing that he is weak, and it's showing that basically you can't have him run a company because it's not strong leadership. So Tesla is just completely done.
The gaslighting is absolutely insane. It is absolutely insane. Don't just blame the left. It's both. Because the MAGA that voted for Trump, the MAGA that voted for Trump are also coming after you. They are also coming after you. It's not just, leave the Democrats out of it. Leave the Democrats out of it. This is not just Democrats alone. This is both Democrats and Republicans.
It seems people from all sides are fed up. The conservatives, moderates, independents, MAGA supporters even. And some of them are just as mad at him as the liberals he's calling out. So trying to make this a one-sided political issue, that's not the full story. And the reality is Musk has been rubbing people the wrong way for a very long time now. From his political flip-flopping to his Twitter antics, folks have had enough. And the thing is, when you position yourself as the guy who doesn't care about feelings, who says things like empathy is a weakness, people are going to hold you to that. And that's why folks are dragging him right now. And honestly, the irony is wild, because this is the same man who laughed when struggling workers were getting laid off, who told people to go work 80 hours weekly if they wanted success. But now that it's his company bleeding money, suddenly he's looking for kindness. It's a tough pill to swallow, and a lot of people just aren't buying it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you're not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more trending stories like this. I'll catch you all in the next one, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.